don't even know how to start this video because it is such a heavy topic. Diet culture. Villainizing food groups, being a slave to the scale, damaging our body, our mental health, our emotional health, our spiritual health, our metabolism. Basically breaking down everything we need to function on a normal basis and leaving our body left with scraps. This is the reality of what I am trying to escape, and this is what I am speaking out against. Today I want to talk about the rise and hopefully the ultimate fall of diet culture and the part I'm going to play in no longer condoning it. Let's get into this. Hey everyone, welcome. My name is Danielle and this is Daniela Diaries. Here on Daniela Diaries, we are inspiring to inspire you to be the very best version of who you are, of what you can be, whatever version that may be. Not saying your very best version is the same as mine or the same as the person sitting next to you, but the ultimate glow up, leveling up of yourself. That is from the inside out, healing from the inside out, promoting positivity, not just with a body size or a pant size, but with mental health, your spiritual health, your physical health, all things, just healing from the inside out. If that's a community that you want to be a part of, you found the perfect place, because here on this little tiny part of the internet, it is a safe place for all of us to come. It doesn't matter what type of eating or way of eating you're following, what kind of stage or age or group that you are in this period of your life. If you are looking for somebody, a group of people to uplift you and just promote the very best version of you and help you become that person, then you found it. This is what we do here. This is Daniela Diaries. Hey friends, I hope you guys are doing well. Long time no see. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I know I've seen some people kind of questioning what's kind of been going on, and you know, I haven't been necessarily putting out the same content that I was. Kind of fell back a little bit on certain things. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have gotten an extreme amount of hate, of hateful emails, hateful messages, direct messages from people, or just overall nastiness because of the changes I've made in my life. And instead of just, you know, kind of fighting back and fighting fire with fire, I chose to step back, let go, let God, and just really just pray for those people, because, you know, they're not where I am right now. And I pray that they have that open-minded moment and that clarity and that sense of self-love and self-pride, that where they can kind of join me on this journey. So if you guys are new, I was following a low-carb lifestyle for quite some time, more focused on weight loss. And I struggled with a lot of mental health issues. And I decided to heal from the inside out. One of my biggest steps I took was I started therapy, and I really focused on proper nutrition, healing myself spiritually, emotionally, physically, and just fixing what was broken on the inside, and trying to just spread that kind of lifestyle throughout all parts and all aspects of my life. And one of the biggest things was pulling back from limiting any food groups and just kind of doing a balanced eating, more focused on macronutrients, and focusing on weightlifting and bodybuilding. Now, I know that saying that a lot of people get turned off by bodybuilding for whatever reason. I think they have like this mindset that I'm gonna look like Arnold Schwarzenegger or like Jim Carrey from like what was that in Living Color. If you guys are old enough, I'm showing my age, but back in the day, Jim Carrey was on it's kind of like a Saturday Night Live, and it was called In Living Color, and he had this skit where he was a female bodybuilder, but she was a man with pigtails and big muscles, right? And I feel like that is what people think, right? That you're gonna if you start lifting weights, you're going to get like super masculine and you're going to look, you know, really manly, and, you know, it's just, you're going to be so turned off and it's just unrealistic, which in all reality, that's a complete fallacy. Yes, I could look like that if I like juiced and, you know, did it the unnatural way, absolutely. But on the day-to-day basis, no woman produces enough testosterone to look like Jay Cutler, C.T. Fletcher, Arnold Schwarzenegger, or just like your dad. Even if you look like your dad, you still don't have enough testosterone to be built like your dad. You know what I mean? Like as big as they are. You know, it's just not possible. And I'm a big girl. I'm 5'7", so there's just no way I can look manly. It is what it is. So, yeah, I kind of taken a step back and just been focusing on my nutrition, my gym, like working out, and just loving myself and making sure that I am secure and ready to open up myself for scrutiny, because that's unfortunately one of the things that come along with this type of platform is when you open yourself up to the world, even though you're trying to do it in a positive manner, not every comment is going to be positive, or maybe some people mean it in a positive way, but you don't interpret it as a positive way. Now, saying that I'm not very thin-skinned, you know, I'm open for criticism and stuff like that as long as it's constructive. But it's another thing when you're like, you're a fat bee, you know, it's just like, okay, your mom, you know, it's like just those things, you know, where it just gets petty. So I was talking about this on Instagram Live when I was getting ready actually to film this video, and I knew I wanted to get into this, and this is what we're going to talk about. I want to talk about diet culture and how it's poison, and how so many people on this platform are promoting it. And I kind of was going through some comments that I had recently got about how I'm packing my plate of carbs and I'm not eating right and I'm gonna be as big as a house and I'm gonna be so unhealthy and all these things. And then you can click on when people leave those comments, just so you know, if you ever do leave those comments, I'm able to click on your picture and I could see the videos that you watch. I could see the comments that you leave. I could see your real name. I could see when you started watching YouTube, and I could find out, and I could pretty much Google, I can find you on other social media platforms. So just so you know, you're not as elusive as you may think you are when you're leaving these comments. So some people will leave these comments, and like I said, I can go through and I can kind of see their history. So I'm like, oh, you watch so-and-so. Let me click on that and I'll kind of scroll through, because sometimes I got more time than I need. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, you're watching this person who is completely doing everything absolutely wrong, who's promoting really, really bad binging and purging cycles of eating, who are promoting just basically starvation, who there is no type of continual care, and it's just a mess, honestly. And you're like, yes, you go, girl, because you stayed under 20 total carbs today. And they're obviously miserable, but because I'm not, I'm the bad person. And don't determine victory by a number on the scale, and I want to tell you why. I got up this morning at 4:30. I jumped on the scale. I was 179.8. Okay? 179.8. I was like, dang, that's a little bit of an influx. Went about my day. I ate good yesterday. I typically eat well. I track everything I eat. I worked out really well yesterday. I had a great leg day. I did some cardio. It was great. I was like, well, okay, whatever. Carrying on. I went to the gym, came home, ate I had my pre-workout meal. I had oatmeal, and then I followed it up with 2 rice cakes on the way to the gym. I had my pre-workout, worked out, coming home, had a protein shake, came home and had some chicken breast and some jasmine rice, got on the scale, mind you, all that was in my belly, and I was 175 or 174.8 or something like that. I didn't do anything to lose those 4 pounds. It's just your weight fluctuates that much throughout the day, throughout the week. So if you were to see that, you probably, before I would be like, what the hell did I do? Okay. Another thing I seen this weekend, and the reason why I bring this up is because it's really awful. Okay, so this is what I want to show you, and this is not me. It was a Instagram account that I was following, and I was following this account. The account actually has like 350,000 followers. Okay, That is a lot of people. That's a lot more than the 17 that I have, okay? And I'm trying to find the picture so I can show you guys. So what she said, and I took a screenshot of it because I was like, okay, this is what the screenshot was, okay? I don't know if you guys could see it. Let me see. It's a picture of her screen from her treadmill, and this is what she wrote, okay? I ate carbs yesterday and sugar during movie night. Pushed it an extra 10 today, plus walked at 3.5 and 11 for it, you know, goes into all this stuff. So basically what she said is I had carbs and I had sugar, so today I'm gonna punish myself and do extra on the treadmill. It still doesn't balance out. It's still not gonna make a difference, but why did she decide to do that? And then I thought, I've done that. And we have to stop that. We have to stop that because they're watching. Who's watching? Everybody. Our kids, adults, you know, our parents. Other people are watching these, and even if you're not an influencer, you're still influencing others. Your neighbors, your kids' friends, your kids' parents, your kids' friends' parents, you know, random people. You are an everyday influencer. People would you recommend, oh, I just bought this new ketchup at the grocery store. It's really good. And you tell your friend about it. And she's like, dang, I want to buy that ketchup because my friend said it was good. All right. And then she goes out, she buys the ketchup, and then she tells her friend, oh my God, I got this new ketchup because my girlfriend said it was good. You should try it. And the friend's like, oh, hell yeah, I'll try that ketchup. And that's how it goes. So what if I took that same message and said, oh, I ate crappy on Saturdays, so I'm gonna go ahead and just add in the extra cardio, and that's gonna make up for it. So the next time I eat crappy, I'll just keep doing that. And then my friend's like, oh, really? That probably works then. And then she does it. And then she tells her friend, well, if you eat shitty, don't worry about it because all you gotta do is just do more cardio the next day and it cancels it out. So it's just, it spreads. And that goes with anything. Your words are your tools. Be careful how you use them because you are so, you can just influence so many with them. Same thing with your actions. Everybody's watching. Okay, you don't have to be behind a YouTube camera to do that. Everybody's watching. You're influencing others. And I felt like with a platform as big as that one, I was like, this is crazy. And I was like, this is awful. Like, I don't want you guys to do that. And then I'll see other people and they're talking about, oh, okay, I'm eating in a calorie deficit, which is great. It's great. No matter what type of eating plan you're on, a calorie deficit is what you need to be on, whether it's keto, low carb, Atkins, you know, whatever. We know all of them. And this is not by means trashing any way of eating. I think as long as you're trying, I applaud you because it's hard. But I feel like we, meaning me, we're so uneducated in this concept of dieting and calorie restriction and nutrition that we have spread so much misinformation to the people of the internet that it's bullshit, right? And for example, everybody would say, oh, I'm just gonna eat 1,200 calories today. Do you know why we always pick 1,200 calories? Do you know why they have a 1,200 calorie diet for the average person? The average person should have a 1,200 calorie diet because the average female body requires at least 1,200 calories to function, to pee, to poop, for your heart to work, to your blood to flow, for your brain, for all of it. To get up and just walk from the bathroom to the bedroom to the couch to chase after your kids, you need at least 1,200 calories to do all of those things. If you are not giving your body the proper nutrition, it will start to shut down. That is why I never, ever did the extreme calorie deficits and the fast. So if they're telling you, okay, you could eat 1,900 calories today, but tomorrow you're dropping down to 900, makes zero sense. I don't care if you do see success on the scale. You have to feed your body right. I don't care if so-and-so and they have 3 million followers and they wrote books. It doesn't matter. Your body needs the proper nutrition. And the long-term effects are going to be you're destroying your metabolism, which I did. Because for all this time that I was following keto, I put myself on such a severe calorie restriction. I was no longer losing. I wasn't gaining, but I wasn't losing because my body was not properly functioning anymore. I wasn't getting enough nutrition to keep everything going and to also burn these calories to lose weight. Whatever food I was putting into my system was just enough to keep me going. And then what happens? I hit a plateau. The scale stopped moving, and it was just, my skin was dull, my hair was dull. I wasn't having the proper nutrients. I don't care if you're eating as many vitamins as you can. Things were not lining up accordingly to plan. Why? Because I was starving myself unintentionally, but I was. And being in such a severe calorie deficit for so long has wrecked my metabolism. And I know people say I did keto for to fix my metabolism from years of dieting. It didn't do that for me because I didn't fix it with keto because I kept doing it, right? So here I am now, and if you guys want to see a whole separate video on the macros that I'm using, how to find your proper macros, how to find the actual calories that you need, all those things, I can give you some legit sources, some good people to follow. It is going to be more of a well-balanced, but you can, determine what you want to do if you want to, trade them up to be more of a lower carb. Like I said in the last video, Leo does follow a lower carb diet. He does follow keto. I'm not against keto. I'm just against people abusing keto for weight loss instead of the health purposes that majority of it was intended for. Let me say that again for the people in the back before I have Pam and Paul in my comment section. I'm against people abusing keto for fast weight loss purposes instead of using it for its true purpose to heal. Okay? Not against keto, but against people abusing it and promoting the abuse to others. Okay, now that we said that, we can move on. I do realize that on certain ways of eating, keto, low carb, that some food groups are villainized. They don't, you're going to stay away from starchy foods, rice, potatoes, fruits, some veggies, stuff like that. And that's your choice. If that's especially if you are diabetic, okay? Especially if you're diabetic, you have to stay away from those because we all know the starches convert to sugar and that'll spike your glucose, right? But if you're doing keto for the sole purpose of weight loss and you come on and you tell me that I'm eating too many carbs and I'm going to be a fat ass because I'm eating a banana or potatoes that are fresh roasted with lime and fresh garlic and parsley and salt, and I'm roasting them on a pan and with avocado oil, and I'm not covering them in butter, or because I'm having a banana and or fresh thing of jasmine rice, and I'm being crucified, and then you're watching keto so-and-so and they're making a casserole and it's chicken thighs with a half a stick of butter, a thing of sour cream, the bag of cheese, not even a fresh thing of cheese, and what else, bacon and shit. Does it look good? Absolutely. It looks scrumptious. I'm not saying it's not going to be good. That's not what we're talking about. But then you're saying, well, this is healthier. Is it? Why is it healthier, or is it fitting your agenda of what you think is healthier? Because your portion of that gooey mess is probably like this big. I could have a whole shit ton of potatoes, fresh, scrumdiddlyocious, little chicken, a little bit of rice, and that still probably won't. The calories would probably match. I could have a whole ass meal while you're having your cheesy, buttery, sour creamy. So, and again, I don't go on people's videos, and I mean, I could, because I see them, and be like, really? That's what you're eating? That's a heart attack waiting to happen. People always like to say that. I don't, because that's working for them, and that's what they want to do, and that's what they want to promote, but it's when they go on there and they give false advice and false facts about what I'm doing, because it's not the same. And I feel like we should really, maybe do a little deep diving. So what I am going to say is that I have been looking up and doing a lot of research. I've even decided to take some nutrition classes so I can come correct with the facts. Because if I'm going to go on here and I'm going to preach whatever it is, I should probably be very well educated in it, instead of spreading false facts, right? And that's what we're going to do. I feel like keto has definitely caused me to have some disordered eating. I'm feeling a lot better. It's because I'm like 6 weeks out now. Maybe 7 weeks. I don't even know how long it's been. I think it's like 7 weeks out. But initially I had to do a lot of therapy. I had to have extra appointments. I was up to 3 appointments a week. I was feeling super anxious. I was eating and I was feeling sick about eating certain foods because they were bad. They were carbs. They were bad. Oh my God, I'm going to eat these. Tomorrow I'm going to be up 15 pounds. I'm going to be fat. Everybody on the internet's going to see me. I'm going to fail. They're waiting for me to fail. I know, oh my God, I'm going to get big. That's it. That's all I kept thinking. And literally my therapist was like, Danielle, you're going to be fine. You're portion controlling it. You got this. There is no bad food group. What's bad is how much you are eating of it. And I was like, you're right. There is no bad food group. If I'm eating for fat loss, muscle gain, and for overall health, to use the proper nutrients in the food that I'm eating for energy, there is no bad food group. Everything is to be done in moderation, and just stop making such a big deal out of it. And that's what I've been doing. I feel that a lot of us need to really sit back and think about what we want long term. If you are eating a certain way and you are finding it for weight loss results, is this something that you're going to be able to, if you're saying, I'm going to eat keto until I lose my weight and then I'm going to go back to eating regular, what did you learn? Because and I know a lot of people, I get this comment all the time, oh, I can't have that in my house because I'll eat it. Oh no, I have no self-control. I can't have that. So once keto is over and you hit your goal weight and you are able to buy those groceries again, what's going to happen? Did you ever fix that relationship with food? Probably not. So maybe now is the time. A lot of people ask where I got my therapy from. I went through Cerebral. It's like an app, it's an online thing. You can go ahead and interview you set yourself up with a therapist. If you don't like one, you can change it out. The previous one will never know. There's actually a doctor with the therapist. They go ahead and they get together and they form a whole plan of action for you. It's really great, super affordable. You even works with your insurance, but therapy has changed my life. And I cannot recommend that more to you guys than I possibly do already. Like, I am just like, therapy, do it. And if it is, because here's the thing, if you've been on a diet for more than half of your life, we've got some disordered eating going on. I've been on a diet since I was 7 years old. And I can tell you right now, I'm not on a diet. I don't feel like I'm on a diet because I don't restrict myself from anything. If I want a cookie, bitch, I'm going to have a cookie. But guess what? I'm going to track that cookie and just work around it. And it kind of comes down to, what do I want more? Do I want a big old salad with all the fixings? I make my own little dressing, cover it, get my protein, do all that. Big old plate, sit down and I'm like grubbing, get nice and full, feeling real good. Or do I want a cookie that I'm going to be still hungry for? Some days, especially when it's that time of the month, I'll just stick with the cookie. But most of the time I'd rather go with the salad because it's my choice. It's my body. And I'm not going to punish myself for having said cookie, but I'm also not going to pat myself on the back for having the salad because it's my choice. And that's it. And it's taken me a really long time to get here. It's super frustrating when I see accounts like that one I talked about, because I have a 17-year-old daughter who is very influenced by things like this. That's why was another reason that I kind of pulled away from restricting myself. Because there was nothing, there was no physical ailment making me eat like that. And I was very, very matter of fact with how I ate because I knew you guys were depending on me to be successful, and I didn't want to let you guys down. And, whereas Leo's always been a little bit more lenient than I have. Whereas now, it's so much better. my daughter, my oldest daughter, is 17, and she's really into rock climbing. She actually started it in gym class, and she's so good at it that she's doing it on her own now. And she's doing really good. She's actually fell in love with it, and it's really funny because my oldest daughter is only 4'11". She's very small compared to like my two others, and but she loves it. She loves rock climbing, and she looks really good, and she's eating really, really well because of all the food prep that I've been doing. And even like my middle daughter, who was at like that pubescent 12, you know, where you get the little baby fat, she's, you know, moving, they're back in school, they're eating really well, like their skin's clearing up, like I'm not like buying bigger size of jeans. I actually had to buy a size smaller for both of the kids. Like, and it's not because I'm telling them to diet, it's not because I'm restricting them, it's just because they are making better choices. And it's because the better choices are here in the house. They still have like their frozen pizzas and their snacks that they can have, you know, occasionally, but they're still making the better choices 98% of the time. And there's always that 80-20 rule, 80% clean, 20% what you want, you know? And I want them to go through life like that, where it's 80%, because they're not gonna be like me. When I moved out of my mom's house when I was 24 with Ray, and me and Leo moved in together, man, it was like my mom was gone. You know, when your parents vacation, you bought garbage. It was like that for like 6 months. And then I got pregnant and I got huge, you know, and I just want to teach them that. And I want to be the best role model for them that I can be. And I don't feel like I was doing that well initially. And I feel like if I feel like I was failing my kids, then I know for sure I was failing you guys. And it's my fault. It's my fault for thinking I know what I'm talking about when I don't. But also, I don't care if you guys listen to all the podcasts and all the internet doctors, you know, with the exception of quite a few. You know, there are some people who are very knowledgeable and some people are very biased to what they are following. But if you have no real training and you're just listening to a very biased opinion by a doctor who follows certain things, then yeah, that's what you're going to follow. Not saying that, you know, oh yes, you followed it. And this is not, like I said, not bashing anything, you know, but we have to be responsible for what we're feeding ourselves. We have to be held accountable for, you know, having food in the house that maybe you can't eat. You know, I get it. I get that some people, you know, have issues with self-control. But if you are struggling that bad that you can't have a certain item in your house because you're going to eat it, that's a red flag for there is some disordered eating, and maybe you need to seek outside help for it. Not everything, I mean, let's really be honest here. This isn't, you know, the 1950s, 1960s where that's just how they are and we accept things for the way they are and it is what it is, you know. There's people out there who are licensed who can help us, guide us, give us the tools for success. And why not do that? Why not stop using the excuse of, I don't have self-control, or, you know, those people say like, oh, there's nothing wrong with the way I look, or I'm happy with it, or, you know, and that's fine. I mean, I don't care. But if you're also on here telling me, like, sending me messages about how miserable you are and how you want to be healthier and you want to, you know, there's, you know if you need to do something. That's it. You have to make the adult decision to do it. If you're adult enough to pull up this video, then you're adult enough to make the decision to get off your butt and to make a change, you know, and the only person truly holding you back is yourself, because that's it, you know. I mean, I can't put it any nicer or any meaner. You have to be the captain of your own ship. So, yeah, that's it. So I guess we can talk about how things are going as far as my own journey. Again, I haven't lost any weight. I'm anywhere between 175 and 178 every day. I want to get into more full days of eating, kind of seeing what I'm doing. I started a new gym, you guys. I told you guys that. Now we're in week 2. Initially, I was nervous. I was really nervous going there. It's a private gym. It's owned by an IFBB pro, so it's a lot of people there are getting ready for shows and competitions. Olympia's coming. Like, it's a lot of stuff. But I feel good. I didn't feel unwelcomed. I felt they were just really nice. It's a really nice thing. I'm still getting used to it, still getting used to all the equipment. You guys would be really surprised to know I'm actually very introverted in real life. So I don't really, once people talk to me, then I'll open up, but like I don't go out of my way. I'm just kind of nervous like that. So I'm getting more comfortable and saying hi and kind of making friends with people, which is cool because I didn't like have friends like that at Planet Fitness. I haven't seen anybody recording yet. I don't even see anybody having their phone out, to be honest with you. So that's kind of weird. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna ask the lady. I want to give it like another week and then like kind of be friends with her. And then it's two people, it's a lady and a man who own the gym. And I'd be like, hey, can I like record in here and see what she says? So, but some of these people are sickly strong, like so crazy. Also, a bachelor, like not a bachelor, like the bachelor, like Bachelor in Paradise, the guy from Chicago, he works out there. I didn't even know, I don't watch that show, but I seen him tag the gym and I like clicked on it because I had seen him there. And then I was like, oh, I seen that guy at the gym. So I clicked on it and he's like Bachelor in Paradise. And I was like, he had 370,000 subscribers or followers on Instagram. And I was like, okay, Mr. Bachelor. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. Definitely feeling, I'm going to put a picture. So we'll do a picture where I'm at now. So feeling the strength. I was telling my dad that I feel like the weights here are a little bit heavier. I don't know if it's in my head, it probably is, but I'm getting there. I feel like I'm getting a lot more like definition in my arms and my shoulders. I'm really trying to build out my quads. I got questions too about like if I wanted to compete this year. No, I would like to compete. I never thought I did until I went here and I'm seeing people getting ready for it. But competition is mentally draining and financially draining, and I'm pretty sure that you have to get like the gym to back you, like, and I would like to be a athlete for somebody, and I feel like I'm not there yet, let's be real. And if I was going to compete, it would be like in the wellness category. Like I love the way the wellness women are shaped. I think they look spectacular, and that's really realistic with my body shape. But you know, maybe when I'm 40, I feel like maybe I have a few years and I can get there and see what I can do. So that's kind of like where I'm at right now. But I would love to hear your input. So I would like to, in the next video that I think we're gonna do, I have a DHgate haul coming up for you guys. Everything finally came in. You guys heard about DHgate, right? They like sell designer replicas and dupes, but it's like illegal and you get scammed. We gonna get into it. I'm gonna show everything. I showed a couple pieces on like TikTok and stuff, but everything came in. Anyways, before you buy anything from DHgate, pause, don't do anything, let me show you. And then I want to get into kind of the macros. I want to show you the accounts that I follow to help you get some true guidance with nutrition. I think it'll be very beneficial to a lot of you guys to kind of get a really good idea on what you should, like what your macros should be like. And then I want to talk to you guys about like what I'm eating, what carbs I'm eating. Because a lot of people say, okay, I know you're eating carbs, but what carbs? I can eat anything really. I mean, I can eat potato chips, I can eat cookies, I can eat whatever I want. I just choose not to because it sucks up so much of my calories. I know a lot of people ask me too, like how many calories I'm eating a day. And I'm not so much in a cut right now, whereas more of a maintenance, I feel like, because I haven't lost anything. And I'm sitting about like 1970. That's like 1,970 calories. That's taken in consideration, you know, your TDE, like how much I actually need to just like live, and then, you know, my workout schedule and stuff like that. So I'm down to 5 days. I'm doing 10 minutes of fasted cardio in the morning on the treadmill. You know what? Pause. You know what? In my macros video, I'll go over that treadmill with you guys so you guys can see it, and I'll bring the camera upstairs and we can go through it. So do not forget this video a thumbs up. If you're new here, hi, my name is Danielle, and I just want to be like in the best shape of my life. And I want to be happy and healthy and live a really long time and get really old with my husband and travel the world and just have nice muscles and spread positivity, because I love you guys, because you're my people. And I need you guys in my life because you're the best support system I've ever had. Because you guys believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. And when I felt ugly and awful and fat and disgusting, you guys thought I was beautiful. And when my aunt died, You guys all held me up, and losing her was probably the hardest thing I've ever went through, and you guys kept me going. And I made some mistakes. But I'm gonna fix them. See you on the next one, guys. Bye.